Hey friends, so we are going to look at these job ticket holders today. I ordered these from Amazon. I watched Jennifer McGuire's organization video and she does everything very different now, but this is what she used to do for organizing her cardstock. And I told you guys I've been working on changing up how I'm going to organize my cardstock. So she said she uses these, so I ordered a bunch of them. And we're going to see how this works. So I've got this, let's see. Okay, so they're pretty substantial. They're nice and like thick. They were really inexpensive for a pack of 10. And then you got to cut the top piece off. So I actually am thinking I might not do that. I'm thinking I might leave this to put my label on and put my paper inside here. So let me grab my paper. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what my plan is here. Okay, so I've got Concord and Ninth cardstock. This is really pretty much the only cardstock I own. As far as, well, I've got old Stampin' Up! Cardstock, but as far as up-to-date current cardstock, this is pretty much it. So what I want to do is I want to, okay, so like I have a few sheets of this, right? Oh yeah, a few sheets will fit in here. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about why I'm doing things this way and all the details. So the details are, I'm going to take this really quick and put it in my cabinet over there and see if this sticks out super far. Hold on. Nope, that's about perfect. So I think I'm going to leave this tab. Jennifer cuts it off and labels it here. I think I'm going to label it here. So basically the conversation is this. When I was with Stampin' Up, I needed a lot of cardstock because I was a demonstrator and I was working as a demonstrator. So I was cutting cardstock for events and classes. By the way, I'm going to try to go in color order. So we're starting with a dark red here. I don't know the name of it off the top of my head, if I'm being honest. I can't remember it. But anyway, so that's what we're doing. We're going in order. So anyway, back to my storytelling while we package some of this paper and make it all nice and neat into these beautiful job ticket holders. And yes, I'm keeping a little strip like this because, you know, when you do cards and you want to do like strips of cardstock, I like keeping it for that. So I don't throw all my little scraps away. I can't do it. So if it gets too burdensome, I would, but I don't foresee that being an issue. So anyway, okay. So back to my cardstock story. So when I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, see, like I only have one sheet of this, I think. I had to have lots of cardstock on hand at all times because I cut class, you know, like I cut stuff for classes and events. So I had to have a lot of cardstock. There was no option not to. So, anyway, all of that is to say, I've got heaps and heaps and heaps of solid cardstocks. And the problem is several of them started changing color on the end because I wasn't going through them fast enough. And that's because they were sitting out, right? Like they were in a paper tower and the sun could get to this end of it, but like not the back of it. So a lot of them are bleached on the end. So what I did is I took all of those cardstocks and I put them in boxes. And when I'm going to create and need like to mass produce, I will grab those cardstock colors out of those boxes and I will use those. For my day-to-day card making, I'm going to stick with like Concord and Ninth. Spellbinders just released some paper, so I'm probably gonna pick up some of their paper, maybe some Gina K. I don't know. I don't have any of the Gina K inks. I think I have one ink. I've really been just using Concord and Ninth, Distress inks. I've got a few Pink Fresh Studio. I have a few from Altenew. I have a few from Hero Arts, and I'm kind of like fine with that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like, I don't know, I don't feel like I need to own every single ink color, or ink pad and every single cardstock. Like, there's too many companies to own all of them. So my goal has always been to really get what I like and, you know, stick with it. And it seems like Concord and Ninth is continuing to come out with new cardstock colors. So that's really fun. And, or not cardstock, but, so see, this goes, I've got some random pieces of cardstock over here that I'm trying to match up and see, but see, I think these are different. Okay, so then we're just going to keep going. So, anyway, that's kind of my plan right now, is to get all these labeled, get them all in sleeves, and we're starting with Concord and Ninth, and then we'll move out from there. And then when I have like a big project, or sometimes my nieces or my daughter will be like, hey mom, I need cardstock for like a school project, I'll grab my old Stampin' Up paper and use it for that. And the only reason, let me be clear, the only reason I'm not going to use my Stampin' Up paper, these two different colors. I think they're the same color. The only reason I'm not using my Stampin' Up cardstock from day to day is because I no longer work for them and I don't know what's retired. I'm not keeping up with anything Stampin' Up is doing. I have no clue. So I don't know what's retired, what's new, what's available, what's not, and I don't want to have to keep up with it. And what happens is of course people ask, like, oh, what's that color? Where did you get it? And so if I use all like Concord and Ninth, then I can always say like, this cardstock's from Concord and Ninth, or this cardstock's from Spellbinders, and I will know if it's current or not because that's products that I currently use. So I hope that makes sense. So some of these, see, I have extra sheets of. It's because I got paper packs that went with Christmas. So, I think it was last year. It was either last year or the year before. I picked up some of their Christmas packs, which have extra sheets of each. And then I got their big pack of like all one, where it's like one of each, I think. One sheet of each or two sheets of each. Did I already? No, I don't have this. Sorry, my dogs were barking. Sorry about that. So it's Easter Sunday while I'm doing this. Don't I pick a lovely time of day to... But I had some time and I just wanted to come out and fiddle in my craft room. It's been completely redone and I'm excited to be out here. It still needs some, is this the same color? I think it is. Yeah. This color, I think we already, no, different color. So, I've been anxious to just be out in my craft room crafting and doing stuff. And it's just been a long time since I've been able to get out here. So on this Easter Sunday, it's quiet right now. The calm before the storm. I'm hosting at my house. Everybody's coming over. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to pop out into my office and I'm just going to record a couple of videos and I'm going to fiddle around and play a little. So I recorded my honeybee stamps haul and I thought I would record this with you guys. And I'm going to set this video as a premiere so that you and I can chit chat in the comments while you're watching. And so I thought, just get out there and get a few things done while you can. You know what I'm saying? I've got bread rising in the oven right now. So I'm waiting for that to finish doing its thing. I'm making rolls for Easter. I've never made rolls before, so I hope they turn out. Also, my ham that I'm making is, not going to lie to you, I'm a little nervous about it because it's gigantic and it's like warm on the inside as I expected it to be by this time. So I'm a little stressed about that. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just go run out to my little cave and spend some time with my friends and put cardstock in bags because that sounds fun. So I literally just have one sheet of each of a lot of these, and you're probably like, this is kind of weird. Why are you putting one sheet? But the truth is, when I cut them and use them, then I need a place to store them. And I want it to all be very organized and pretty, you know? I like organized and pretty. You know, now that I'm thinking about this, Jennifer said she cuts the tops of hers off, and I bet she does that so she can see the cardstock better. Maybe. I don't know. She doesn't use this system anymore. This is her old system that I'm using. I don't care that it's her old system. Like, that's what's going to work for me right now. So that's what I'm doing. And yeah. So anyway, that's what's happening in my world. I'm doing Easter today, hosting, everybody's coming over, and I am stuffing plastic bags with cardstock. I made some really cute little Easter bags and goodies for my nieces. I think I'll get to see my nephew today. I have a nephew that my sister's oldest, her son. He lives on his own now, so we barely ever see him. You know how that is. He's 20. So yeah. That's the scoop. So many pretty colors from Concord and Night. I'm getting close to the end here. We're in the browns and the black and all that. And then I've got a few wayward pieces. I need to figure out where they go in here, because I'm sure they go. Okay, so I've got a piece of white cardstock here. I'm not going to put this, I'm just going to put this with my other white cardstock. There's no sense in my mind. Okay, so see, I've got these, and I'm pretty sure we already, look how pretty this looks. You guys, what is it about, can you just tell me what it is about, like, putting stuff into bags? Why is that part of our thing? You know, the crafter thing? We like have this thing about putting stuff. Is this a totally different color? Yes, it is. Is it this one? Nope. I swear we put this color in a bag. That's different. That's the color I thought it was. but it sure is different. Okay, so we'll put that in its own bag. All right, so now we have, what do we have here? We've got red foil, we've got some gold foil and silver foil. So these are going to be dealt with differently. And then I've got this pack of 10 sheets of Gina K. So I have one pack of Gina K cardstock, and I think I have one of her matching inks. That's Lawn Fawn. I have one Lawn Fawn ink. Let's see. I'm trying to find it so I can show it. Is this it? Yep. That's it. Sunkissed Coral. I have one Gina K ink and one Gina K paper. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in a pouch. And what I'm going to do so that I don't, because what will happen, let's see if 10 sheets fits in here. Oh, it does. Look at that. That's fantastic. That old Jennifer McGuire, gosh darn her. She just knows everything. If it's card making related, I'm telling you, she's the one-stop shop. The woman is brilliant. Okay, so I'm going to cut this out. And I'm going to stick just this little label right here, so that when I go to label all of these, I'll know. I know all my other ones are from Concord and 9th, but I won't know that this is Gina K. So that way that'll be separate. Okay, now what we got to do, oh my goodness, let me get these over here, is we have these random papers that I am not 100% sure if they are C9 paper, if they're old Stampin' Up! Paper. I don't really know. I think this one is a C9. It is, I think it's lemongrass. Let me grab my lemongrass ink pad. That's lemongrass, right? 100%. So see, you only have one sheet of it, so that's why I can't find it in the other ones. So we're going to put that in here. Okay. And then this one looks like this one, but it's not. So I don't know what these two are. Oh, you know what? They released, remember those colors they released in a grouping? It was a while back. I think that's what these go to. Okay, so I need to sit down. I know what I need to do. I need to sit down and I need to go through the Concord and 9th colors, because these are, I have all of these. These must each be a color that I'm not seeing on it. Yeah, see, like this one is, I think that this one is watermelon. See, this is why this is a problem, and I needed to deal with this. So this one's watermelon, I'm pretty sure. So these are each a color, because I really didn't put any pinks in. Like this is, I think this is the Ballet Slipper, Carnation, Sweet Pea, Briar Rose. Yep, okay. So I'm looking at my ink pads. So each of these need to go into a slippity slip. Alrighty. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these to my computer. I'm not going to subject you to this, But I'm going to take all these to my computer, probably not today. And I'm going to sit and I am going to type out labels for all of these that say like C9 dash and then the color. Don't you think that'd be the way to do it? The company name first, dash, and color. Like I can do Gina K dash whatever the color is. That way I know which company it is. Okay. Okay. I feel good about this. I feel like we're in the right direction. I think this one needs its own also. Because it's not like any of the other pinks. And then I've got just a handful. Yeah, see, this is from this. So, I have a handful of other cardstock colors. We've got this dark blue. This looks... I'm not sure. Okay, we're going to set that one aside. And then I have this pack. Now this pack is a neutrals pack. And I'm pretty sure that they don't have these colors. This is like its own... Because I own all the Concord and 9th inks. Yeah, they don't have all of these. Like almond, sand, peanut. So I'm going to actually, for now... No, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this whole thing... I'm going to do what I did with the Gina K. So this is for like skin tones and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That was the purpose of this, I believe. So I'm going to put this whole thing into a sleeve. Whoops, I just bumped you. Sorry, you guys, I just bumped you. Excuse me. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab these and just cut this out. Because they have this in stock, but it's not like specific. Like they do have, see, they don't, like nutmeg isn't on here. That's one of their colors, but it's not on this. So I'm just going to slide this in here, and now we know. And I got little backings of Stampin' Up! Dimensional things in there. Okay. All right. So there's all my colors. I think that these two are two separate yellows. I think the dark one is, I'm looking. So yeah, I think this one is sunflower, and I think this one is honeycomb, would be my guess. So we'll stick these in here. And you know what? If I'm going through and I notice that I've duplicated, then that's fine. I'll fix it. But for now, ta-da! All done. All finished. And we have them all in there, and they're safe and secure, and now they're separated. So when I use them, it's not going to be a disaster. Love that. Okay, so there's that. And then what I'm going to do with all of my silver stuff, I have a whole stack of this that I'm keeping separate. I'm actually going to cut all of these into 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 one day. That's just going to be a project I do one day, because I don't need full sheets of these. I only ever use small pieces for die cutting. So there's no point in having them in full sheets, and then I can store them smaller, and I can put like little labels that say like gold, silver, red, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to put these over here with my other foily papers. And that's it. That's our whole video today, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you want to do something like this, I will link to these below the video. And I'll link to Concord and 9th cardstock so that you can grab a pack. They have a big pack of cardstock, and you get like 1 sheet of each. which is great if you're just creating for yourself because it gives you like one of every color. And so I'll link to that. And then I'm undecided about cutting the tops of these off. I'm not sure. What I do think that I'm going to do, now that I've put all these in here, is I think I'm going to need to do a little swatch book for each company that I have, because otherwise I'm going to have to like pull all of these out every time. That's not going to be fun. You know what I mean? So I think I'll do swatching at some point. So anyway, that's it. Oh, I guess I could always look at my ink pads, huh? All right, that's it. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day. Thanks for hanging out with me for a little bit while we did a little organizing. It always makes it go faster when I'm chit-chatting with you. And I hope you have a good day. Talk to you soon.